Guys, there's a lot of AR-15 cleaning kits out on the market. Today we're going to take a look at something that's really different. This is the Otis AR Cleaning Pack. This really maintains your upper receiver. We're going to look at some different features. There's some pretty cool tools in here. I've used the bone tool, which is part of this kit. And in fact, it's one of my staples because it really cleans out that bolt carrier. But this gives you a lot of different options, that I haven't seen. This is a great way to keep your AR-15 in top running order. In full disclosure, Otis Technologies is a sponsor of the channel, but one thing about Otis is they are the official U.S. military supplier for cleaning equipment. Also, they were the ones who invented the bore snake, or what they call the ripcord, and we're going to be using that as well. Included in the kit, you get a ripcord or bore snake. You get just a general purpose cleaning brush. This is the Star Chamber Scraper tool. This is very adaptable. It does come with a carbide scraper. This is all metal. You do have a screw that actually attaches this to your tool, and then we have just some of the felt star patches. We also have a chamber brush, and this gets on the inside of your chamber and around where the star chamber is. We have the Otis Bone Tool. This is excellent. I've done a full review just on this tool. It is excellent to keep your bolt carrier clean. And then we have the AR Vent Hole Scraper. Very unique. Show you how this works. Now these tools are used to take care of the upper receiver, your bolt carrier, and your bolt. Now one disclaimer toward YouTube is this is just maintenance. There's no modifications. This is just basic cleaning of the AR-15 rifle. So we're going to go ahead and break down our rifle, and we're going to pull out our bolt and bolt carrier, and we're going to go ahead and just pull out our charging handle. Now your bolt carrier gets really dirty. We're going to start out with the bone tool. First thing we're going to do is disassemble and pull out our bolt. Pull out our firing pin retainer pin, drop our firing pin, turn the cam, bring it right out, and we're going to pull out our bolt. Now the first thing, we take the open hole and put it just over the end of your bolt, and you just want to scrape it. And you want to apply pressure because you want that to clean off that carbon. And so this just gets that carbon, it breaks it up. It will build up on this area right here. And so we're just going to give it a good scrape. And you can feel it if you put a little pressure on the top as you turn it. And that just gets it nice and clean. Now you can also take part of the bone tool and just scrape that ledge, because that ledge gets built up from all the carbon and the gases and the debris. So guys, here you can see, we got that carbon taken care of, and that's just what the bone tool does really well. Also right here in your bolt carrier, I just drop it down and just turn it. And you're going to get that back face where the firing pin comes out, and you just give it some really good grinding, and this helps that scraper to work really well. I don't know if you can see down in there, but that really gets dirty. That one shelf right there where your firing pin comes through and the bolt fits in there. But that carbon does build up, and right here is your gas key, so that just dumps gas right in that whole area. And that's what works your bolt. You can actually take the bone tool and just scrape. You have a scraper, so you can use that just to scrape the face of your bolt carrier group. That just keeps this good and clean, because you're going to have residue all over this bolt carrier, at least in the interior. Give it that extra push and just put a little pressure on it. That helps just to break all that up. Now take your firing pin, run it through the hole, and this is also a scraper, and this just gets the carbon out of that one area on your firing pin, because it tends to build up right here in this area right here. So we're just going ahead and working that in. You'll notice the head of the firing pin just goes down into that crevice. This is actually made, there's two scrapers that give this just a little bit of traction right here. And that is getting that really clean. On the AR-15, you have that star chamber. There's a lot of areas. This is where your bolt locks up to the chamber. And so there is a space behind those lugs, and we need to keep that clean. So to get things started, we're going to take our screw, put it inside. We're going to take it, put it on the scraper. There's some small little teeth right here, and you just want to get it in between, and then just tighten it down. Okay, take your star chamber scraper. We're just going to put it from the back of the receiver, and you want to get it into those lugs. There we go. And now we're just going to start turning. That's going to scrape out that area that's in between the face of the chamber and those lugs. Again, this just gets that carbon off the face of your bolt. Now we're going to pull it out, And we're going to switch this out. We're going to put in some of the patches. Here, same thing, just put your bolt through, line it up. I mean, you can see how dirty this rifle is. And here we're going to put in the patch. Yeah, you can see where it's getting those surface areas. It's able to go in, and then it's getting it on the top of those star patches. If you do put any kind of bore cleaner or anything in here, you want to make sure that you clean it out before you shoot it. Get it good and dry, at least in that area. Now with those same threads, we're going to put in our chamber brush. Now we're going to insert our chamber brush. If you put too much pressure on, you can lose right here. We're just going to go ahead and turn this thing. And now we're getting that chamber really clean. You can see we're getting that brush down in there. It's cleaning the lugs, and it's going to clean the inside of that chamber. We're just going to pull it out. Now that's allowing us to get in there and clean out that chamber. You can already see that it's just brightening up. It's going to get all that debris and fouling out of there. Next, we're just going to take our bore snake, and you want to put it through from the chamber end, and it'll just fish it right out. Once we get it to this end, we can take it and we can just pull it out. This really cleans very well. The way it's tapered, it has thicker ends in different places. And this has abrasion removal material in here, so it just really works very well. On the range, if you're just clean your bore out, you can just take 1 or 2 passes and get a lot of stuff and keep this good maintained. Now we have the AR vent hole scraper. Take your charging handle, go to the end with the hole, place it on this nub right here, and then we're just going to bring it around, and it snaps just like this. We're just going to put it in just like you would your standard charging handle, and then just bring it over your gas tube. Goes right in, just kind of goes over, keeps that area clean from debris. And a lot of debris gets in there. And then when you remove it, just pull it out like you do your standard charging handle. Just turn it, and then it pops right off. Of course, your general brush, nylon brush, you can just keep your chamber clean. A lot of times, especially if you've been cleaning, there's a lot of debris in there. This just helps it to keep that maintained. You also have that smaller end to get more detail. Any kind of debris on your bolt carrier, having these brushes, I mean, you've got to have them. Now obviously that doesn't take away from your standard maintenance that you need to do with lubrication, but it does get the dirty work done, and that's one thing that can really build up, and this just helps you keep ahead of the game. So guys, the Otis Technologies AR Cleaning Pack. This gives you a lot of tools to be able to keep your gun maintained, especially that upper receiver. With all the direct impingement system, the gases that blow back, and the carbon buildup, this gives you a lot of tools to be able to take care of it much easier than what's traditional. And again, we want to give a big thank you to Otis Technologies for sending the AR Cleaning Pack and being a sponsor of our channel. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. All right. Vent hole scraper. Nope. Yeah.